My name's Claire Langhamer and I'm Director of the Institute of Historical Research, which is the UK's National Centre for History and Historians.
As Institute Director, what does the world look like for you in relation to women's equality?
I think as Institute Director, what I see is a mixed picture, that within academia, there have been real advances for women. A lot of the key positions are held by women. There are lots of women heads of department. There are lots of women directors, even women vice-chancellors at the moment. But also things are quite bad in the sector. And so, these are women who are doing a really hard job. I think in the world more broadly, there are clearly areas where women's lives are quite bad at the moment and getting worse. So for me, the lesson of history as a historian is that there's never a sort of single line of progress in relation to women's experiences or indeed the experiences of anybody else. History tends to work in kind of circles. And just because we've reached a particular stage at some point doesn't mean that those advances can go backwards at another time. So I think the lesson really is to be wary and to make sure that we defend the gains that we have made and that we are alert to the potential to lose them.
Why does International Women's Day matter in 2025?
I think International Women's Day matters in 2025 because it gives a visibility to women's experiences, to feminism, to a sense that women should have equality in all sorts of different spheres of life. And although some people would argue that feminism has achieved a lot, there is still a long way to go. And there's a long way to go if you look globally and see the real differences in women's experiences across the world.
What advice would you have for younger women across the world as future leaders?
The first piece of advice I would give to young women is be wary of advice, because people are often eager to give advice and sometimes it's not right for you. Certainly, it's sometimes not right because your historical context or geographical context is different to that of the advice giver. But I think if there's one thing I would certainly tell my daughter or suggest to my daughter that she might do, it's to trust herself. I think as younger women, we're often encouraged not to trust ourselves, to look to other people for authority and to not trust our gut instincts on things. And actually, that point you can reach where you do think, yeah, I do know what I'm doing. My voice is as valid as anybody else's. That's a really lovely place to be. And I think from that can come a lot of good in the world.
The theme of International Women's Day 2025 is Accelerate Action. What's one action that needs to be taken to achieve gender equality?
Equal pay. I think equal pay is materiality really matters. When every year, and that's one of the other reasons why International Women's Day is so important, drawing attention to the fact that in very many places, in very many occupations, women are not earning the same amount of money for very similar, if not the same jobs. And I think once you get that, once you have economic security, lots of things kind of come from that, go forwards from that.